forever and ever. Listen, you guys, I got this new microphone and I gotta tell you that I have been a hot mess all day. So this microphone, thank you, Disney. Disney sent me this microphone. And if you got a FaceTime for me, you got a FaceTime with me singing to you. And I'm going to sing a little something for you guys because you guys are here. So what did I sing? I can't even remember. But forever and ever. I think I have a new job, you guys. I think that my voice sounds fantastic with this microphone. You guys are in for it now because this is what I'm about right now. Anyway, I know it's part of the echo. It's part of I feel like that's part of my sound. You know how there's auto tune? I'm going to be like the echo tune. Anyways, let me cut it out. Welcome, you guys. Welcome, 90 Day the Melanated Away. I'm your host, Linda Antwi. I've been running amok. It's Taco Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. I'm addicted to all things Love After Lockup. I'm just going to say this right now. And so we're going to do our housekeeping as we normally do first and foremost. Hey, everyone. Live chat is popping already. Hey, y'all. So we'll do some housekeeping. Then we'll jump into the show. I might do a little bit more with my little bit of my microphone because, I'm addicted to it. However, shout out to Olivia, Vanessa, Trisha, Sandra, Carol, Trina, Danielle, Rebecca, Marianne, Chandra, Judy, Beth, Nia. Hey, Nia, I see you in the live chat. Hey, girl, hey. I'm glad you made a live chat. Raydella, I see you in the live chat as well. Hey, girl, hey. Linda, Brianna, Crystal. I don't see Crystal. Nicolle, Amanda, and Jaleesa. Donna over at Anchor FM. Appreciate y'all's support. It means so very, very much to me. You guys, wherever you are, wherever you're watching, if you can like and subscribe, that helps me very, very much. If you want to support the show, you see that scroll at the bottom of the screen. That also helps as well. What up, live chat? Hey, Kimberly. Hey, girl. Hey, I think you had a birthday. So happy birthday, I think you had a birthday or it's coming up. You're in the dirty 30s like the rest of us. So welcome. Hey, Stevie. Hey. There's Crystal. So you guys, first and foremost, let's just talk about Rachel and Doug, okay? I need Rachel to be on the show. And if you guys don't know, Rachel and Britney actually went on did a YouTube video today with another YouTuber. And I went in for like 5-10 minutes. And I reached out to Rachel. We're going to try to get her on the show because she was saying the most, doing the most, and it's right up my alley. I'm here for it. So, hey, Michelle. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, girl. Hey. Shout out to Michelle. She's over there holding it down for Facebook for us. She's moderating for us. She's doing the most. She got a new job. So everyone congratulate her on her new job. And moderating over at the Melanated Way. All the help as we grow and grow and grow is so great. So anyways, you guys, I'm trying to get Rachel on the show. I'm going to need to talk to her because as you guys know, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed because, she's an engineer. And after watching this episode, I just have so many questions. Hey, Michelle, girl. Hey, girl. Hey, I think you're new. Everyone, welcome, Michelle. So it's one day to release Doug, who's not been in the outside world, but is her husband and is 28 years old, doesn't know any better, can't do any better, isn't any better. He's institutionalized as far as I'm concerned, but he wants the 4 B's, he said. So boobies, non-alcoholic beer, his bologna, that prison bologna that he's so used to because he's lived his entire life in prison, and blowjobs. Those are the 4 B's that he wants as soon as he gets out of prison. And hey, you know what? I'm not mad at you. Do what you know and be who you know. You know what I'm saying? So she hasn't seen him in 4 months. They've never had sex. They've never really had any contact besides the time they got married, which, you guys, this is not the first time she married a felon, which mind-blowing to me because, you're an engineer, Rachel, and you're 35. And you can get a bad boy without actually having him be a bad boy. And actually even if he, you know what, you guys, some of you guys have messaged me and said this and that. And I'll say this. because, we're doing that prison inmate thing that I'll do at the end of the show, but I'm not serious about it. And I don't have any, like, people make mistakes and are deserving of second chances and all of that stuff. But I have an issue with people that specifically go for inmates specifically. Like, I want to know, what is it about someone that's behind bars that you find attractive? That's my question that no one really can answer. Like, no one can answer it because, like, the world is huge. And there are people that I think bring the exact same qualities from the outside. I just think, like, you want to know exactly where you are. You want to be like the savior. And, Doug is 28 and Doug spent his whole life in prison. And now says he's ready to be a father, a husband, and out in the real world. And I don't know if that's necessarily true. So she hasn't seen him in 4 months. They've never had sex. He's a control freak, as we can see with his calling like every 24 seconds. That doesn't even make sense, but you know what I meant, like every 5 seconds. And she calls his parole officer and finds out that so Monday to Friday, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., he's allowed to be like free in the free world. But anytime in between that Monday to Friday, he has to be in his home with his ankle monitor, making sure that, like, they're where they're supposed to be. And he's not allowed out on the weekends. So no out time on the weekends. Okay, so that gave me questions. Like, so what kind of job is he going to get where, he 8 to 5. So really it has to be like 9 to 4 because you have to add in your travel time and like getting to work and all of that stuff. So like, how does that work? And like, is he going to have a job? And what kind of job is he going to have as a felon? And on the weekends, since he can't go nowhere, what y'all going to do? Are you Netflixing and chilling every weekend? And how long is that? Like, how long is his parole since he's been in jail forever? And, he said he's been locked up since he was 17 and he's ready for a fresh start. And he really thinks that he's going to do better and be better. But how do you know, since you spent majority of your adult life behind bars? What makes this time different? Because you have a woman who is older than you and is taking care of your kid, and you think that this time around you're just going to do better. Anywho, Rachel tells him that she talked to his parole officer. He already feels like he needs a new parole officer. He doesn't like the conditions. And I'm like, are you in a position to monitor and dictate what your parole like situation is? Because I don't think you are. I think you just have to follow the rules, and it is what it is. And if you get a new parole officer, because you're coming from prison, that person might be even harder. So like, you need to take what you have. 8 to 5 is not bad, you guys, right? 8 to 5 is it's not bad. It's banking hours. Maybe he can go work at a bank. And, have banking hours and come home and cook and hang out and barbecue in the backyard, get to know his son. Maybe he can do all that. I don't know. But he's not feeling it at all. And he's like, I love you and I want to be with you and I can't wait to see you. And on the other hand, she feels like he loves her so much that he's not going to jeopardize what they have. Rachel, girlfriend, you've spent no time with this fool, like none, no real outside time. And you feel like you know him, and you feel like him being as aggressive and controlling as he is going to be like, and how can he even be controlling? He doesn't even know how to be a man outside. He's only been a man inside, and inside other men and women dictate what you can and cannot do, when you go to bed, when you can eat, where you can walk, all that. So like, how is he the head of your household? And he's never been outside. I don't even think he's probably had a household. Like, I'm just a little confused, you guys, but okay. So he wants her to get dressed up, and he wants to wear no panties, a conservative dress, and, he wants it to be the end all be all. Hey, TG. Hey, girl. Hey. And she's having like some second thoughts. she's a little nervous. She's having some thoughts about like this whole thing. And I'm just like, you guys, you know how I feel and you know what I say. If you watch any of my other shows, you know what I always say. But like, how are you having second thoughts after you already married him? Like, you guys are connected now. Like, does marriage mean nothing anymore? What second thoughts are you having? You should have had those thoughts before you decided to drive down to the prison, get married in prison, hold hands, and that's as much contact as you've had with him in your white dress, and be like, oh, yeah, I don't have any second thoughts. This is a really great idea. And I did it last time and it worked out grand for me. Like, I'm just confused by that, but you married him, so it is what it is. So she says that she's been waiting for this moment for 1.5 years, him getting out of prison, and she's gotten him like a whole shindig because they're going to have like the 4 Bs and they're going to stay at a hotel. They're going to have a romantic time. Dougie's staying at her mom's house so they can have more adult kissy time. Okay. I get it. You've never been with this dude. You're building it up to be a whole thing. You know? Okay, I get it. I hope it is everything that you feel like it is, and I hope that it's everything that you want it to be. And so she's waiting outside for the prison, and they greet each other with a big hug and a big kiss, and they're like really kissing, and I get it, you guys. It's been a while. Human contact. He's been in prison his whole life, and it's like a whole thing. I totally get it. And they've been waiting for this moment for a very, very long time. I totally get it. And he wants to quickly get to the hotel so that he can, quote, finish his obligations to his wife. And then we hear a little bit about his background and how he's been institutionalized, and he's the poster child for prison. And he's okay with being the poster child for prison. And then, we find out that he went to prison. So 14, he started running the streets. 17, it's the first time he went to prison. He spent 71 months there. He was out for 40 days, y'all. 40 days. And then he went back. And now, fast forward, he's 28 and he's out now. Now, is it me? I just feel like that might not be a good idea. He doesn't know how the outside world works, clearly, or maybe he's matured in prison. But my understanding and from my research is that, the more time you spend in prison, the more time you become a better criminal. So should we start counting the days now? 40 is his record. Is he going to make it 41 days? I don't know. But he feels like he's older. He's wiser. He's got a lot more to lose because he has a family now. He has a wife now. He has a kid now. Maybe? What do you guys think? Do you think he'll do better and be better because he's 28 now? And, he's wiser and he's found God, all of that. I don't know. So he shows her his ankle bracelet, and then she's like, oh, I have a big surprise for you. They go to the back of her car, you guys, and she pulls out that, 30-pound piece of bologna, right? And this fool, just as if he was just walking down the street, not even the street, walking down the hall of the prison, he bites it with his teeth. And he cuts it with like a not a credit card, but like a grocery card. He cuts it and eats it. I mean, y'all. I almost choked on my own self. I'm trying not to laugh, but really, you guys, really, he literally cut it with a credit card. They snacked on it like it was cheese and crackers and kept it pushing. I don't know. I'm trying not to freak out, you guys, because if I start laughing and tears start crying, it's going to be a mess. But I just have not seen that before. I've not seen it before. I find it very fascinating. I think like, really? Y'all couldn't wait till you got to the hotel and got, at least get the paper plates, y'all. Get the paper plates. But no paper plates. There's no real cutlery in prison. I get it. But it was just a whole lot for me. Oh, it's a prison ID card. Even better. Oh my God. I cannot. So anyways. He eats his bologna. He loves it because he's used to it. She like bites a little bit of it. It's like a delicacy, apparently. I mean, where do you even buy? Is that from Costco? Like, where do you even buy that type of? First of all, where do you buy that amount of processed bologna? And like, how long does it last? Because like it's like this huge. It's huge, you guys. It's huge. Where do you even find that stuff? And like, do you refrigerate it? Do you put it in your freezer? Like, I have questions, but apparently you can just eat it out of the back of your truck and it's no problem. So, okay. So they're driving and they're trying to take selfies. We find out as a 28-year-old, because he's been in prison his whole life, he's not good with tech. So he doesn't really know too much about selfies, except for what he's seen on TV while he's in prison. And then he talks about how the first time he was on social media, he thought he was having a private conversation at 23, but it was for everyone to see, and apparently had an STD. And when he said he had an STD, you guys, and he said it like it was nothing, I was like, I'm going to need more information. And does Rachel know about this STD? And like, where do we stand here? Like, do you have a clean bill of health? Like, can I see the receipts? Or are we just going to be like, hey, oh, well, I had STD. Let's keep it pushing. You're the love of my life. You're my soulmate. Let's just be together. Did I tell you guys that Rachel is an engineer? Did I tell you that? That she's super smart. She's gorgeous. And she's also taking care of his kid. I mean, I don't know. What is he bringing to the table, y'all? What is he bringing to the table? Because now that I've seen him, I mean, he definitely has the bad boy look with like all the tats here and the head tattoo and all of that stuff. But like him walking out in his prison outfit and he didn't even have a change of clothes. Like, what's the attraction, y'all? Someone tell me, like, what is it? What is it that's like the va-va-va-voom? I can't get enough of this guy. Like, what is it? The fact that he can cut, a 10-pound bologna with his prison ID, is that the attraction? I'm not sure. And then there's Britney and Ray. I'm just going to tell you this right now. Ray doesn't give a fuck about Britney, period. He doesn't care about her. He's using her. He's trying to get to where he needs to get to. And even his grandma thinks this whole thing is outrageous. And, Nia, I'm just going to leave that there. That's it. That's all. So, I didn't pay attention, I guess, in the last few episodes that Britney is a healthcare advocate. Not even quite sure what that means, but I just feel like she should know better. And so she bought him a bunch of new clothes because I think that that's part of the whole like prison relationship thing. You put money in their books, and then when they get out, you buy them shit, right? And you give them shit. So like you buy them clothes and watches and cell phones and all of this stuff. And that's what she did. She bought him a bunch of new clothes and a phone. She got a shirt made, all of this stuff. And she's stressed out still, right? She's stressed out because her family's not having it. Her family wants nothing to do with him. Thinks she's doing like the most, which she may or may not be. It's up to you guys to decide. And she gets up. It's early. It's like 4:30 in the morning. She's going to go meet his parents at their house. Meanwhile, he said that like he's from the hood and he's only been around like the wrong people and wrong crowd. He's had a really rough childhood and like he's the street. But as she pulls up in the rental car, lo and behold, there's a mansion. He's like super, middle class America. Parents seem fine. So all this stuff that he's been talking to, he's all hard. He's got some questions to answer because clearly him being in the streets and running the streets is all in his mind. Dude, you're from the suburbs. And I think that there's like some rapper that got busted for acting like he was like from the hood, and he wasn't really from the hood. He was actually like from upper class, middle America, and it was like a whole thing. I feel like this guy, Ray, is like freestyling like that. He's like, yeah, I'm going to have some street creds, but let me just go to my Bel Air house real quick. You know what I mean? Like it was bizarre. So anyways, she shows up there. House is like nice. It's extravagant. It's not what she thought it would be. Right. TG said he ain't about that life. I don't think he's about that life either. At all. Period. Not at all. That's why he got busted. Right? Because I don't know. But what I heard was that, I don't know. What's that show that I watched? That there's like drug kingpins and they don't get caught for years. And I watch enough of like all the true crimes for the real drug kingpins. They don't get caught like right away and spend all their time. They leave their legacy and their mark. This fool is like, you got wait for 5 seconds and all of a sudden you got caught. I mean, I don't know. Hey, TG, I showed them my microphone. TG was one of the people I called to say I love you.
Thanks for using.
Anywho, she pulls up to the house and knocks on the door. Demetria and Ray, his parents, welcome her. And she shows the shirts that she made that say, you belong here, welcome. And I was confused by the shirt, like you belong here in the outside world, or you belong here in the city, or you belong here on my tatas. Like, where does he belong exactly? And if he doesn't know, shouldn't he know? He's friggin' 29 years old. Does he not know whether he should, stay on the outside, follow the rules, and be a law-abiding citizen? He needs a reminder. I don't know. Like, what does that shirt even mean? Does anyone know? Because I couldn't figure. I literally wrote it down. You belong here. Welcome home. Does he feel like he doesn't belong in the suburbs? In upper class, middle America, he doesn't think he belongs there. He thinks he belongs to the streets. Because I'll tell you, he probably does belong to the streets, but he doesn't know better, so he can't do better. Everyone's saying that I'm behind. I know we're one episode behind, you guys. I'm catching up as fast as I can. I'm catching up as fast as I can, but we're one episode behind. So if you guys have spoilers, don't give me any spoilers. I want to find out because I truly am addicted to the show. I know Patty says this mic is ginormous. Patty, this is a monster superstar microphone. It's meant to be ginormous. I can't stop using it. You guys are all lucky I don't have your phone numbers, because I would FaceTime you and sing a song.
Thanks for using.
Thanks for using. So anyways, she meets Demetrius and Ray, the parents. She also meets Sue, the grandma. And grandma's kind of like lukewarm with her. Grandma's like, hey, nice to meet you. She puts the shirt on, but y'all notice that she put it over her shirt because that's what grandmas do. They're like, I don't know if you washed the shirt. I don't know where the shirt came from. That shirt's not going to touch my skin because that's what grandmas are about. And I don't know if you guys watched my show yesterday, but that whole outside clothes in your bed and on your person when you ain't washed it, you ain't done shit. It's, we don't roll like that. So she puts it on, and then here's the thing that I had a question about, you guys. So Ray's dad, Ray, so I'm just going to call him Ray Sr. Ray's dad, Sr., wants to drive the rental car. So my first question is, why does she have to rent a car? Clearly they're not poor. So why couldn't they just drive the car? She meets them there and they all drive together. Why does she have to rent a car? And then Ray's dad is insisting that he drives because he doesn't like to be chauffeured around. Like, that didn't make any type of sense to me. And like, if for anyone that's rented a car, they take your driver's license. Who's going to be the driver? If it's solely you, it's one price. But if you're adding people, it's more money. So like, that whole thing was very confusing to me. And I was like, A, I just met you 5 seconds ago. B, this rental car is in my name. So if you crash and I'm not covered, you're not driving the car, my friend. You might as well just pull out your car. You can follow me in the back, do what you got to do, but you ain't driving my car. I am not handing the keys over to you, period. But that's just me. Right. Dad would have to drive his own car. I don't know you. And plus, I'm getting in a car with a bunch of strangers, but I'm going to let you drive. Stranger danger. Stranger danger. His son is already in prison, y'all. You better just make better choices. Make better life choices. So, anyways, she feels like Ray might be keeping some secrets because he said he's from the streets, but really he's from, like, Bel Air. And then they get in the car and Sue has some questions. She's like, what kind of person can't find a mate outside? Like, who comes to prison to find a mate? Like, what's the issue? You can't find someone else outside. What's wrong with you? Which is my question, you guys. I just started watching this show. I'm trying to figure it out. What's the draw? Grandma is telling me exactly what I want to hear. Grandmama is saying, listen, you're beautiful. You say that you have all this stuff going for you. You're a healthcare advocate. You come from the same type of family that we're from, upper middle class, but yet you're trolling in the prisons for inmates. Like, what's going on with you? What's your problem? Which is my question too. And it's a super valid question. It's a super valid question. And I don't understand why no one's asking that question. Britney's a beautiful woman. What's the problem, Britney? Why? You got this one loser husband that you had to get rid of, and now you want to go ahead and marry some dude that you met in, like, y'all, stop it. So she's super excited. They get to the outside of a gas station, what was weird to me, because, like, why are you not at the prison? And why is the prison van meeting you at a gas station? I've never heard of that before. Did they just drop you off and let you go? Like, how does that whole thing work? Because me watching the first 48 and TG out there can absolutely know that I'm 100% a first 48 junkie. But that sounds like a prison break to me. It sounds like y'all were supposed to, like, be a little bit more undercover. I was going to run from the van and jump into your vehicle and then bounce. Because everyone else that we've seen that's been released, they just go to the prison, they wait across the street, or they wait in the parking lot. This fool's waiting, like, at a gas station. What's happening right here? I don't understand. I just don't understand it. But it is what it is. Then there's Daonte and Nicolle, y'all. And I think that yeah, I think I'm going to start with, oh, no, wait. Let me just do this real quick. Rachel, Britney, Daonte. Oh, we're not there yet. Okay. So first and foremost, I'm going to say this, you guys. Daonte has an OnlyFans, you guys. And it's $5 a month. I highly recommend that you spend $5 and go check that out. Because what I saw, I didn't even know what to say. TG, I don't even know what to say. I'm just going to, all I'm going to say is this. Y'all need to spend the $5 after you watch this show. Even if you cancel your subscription, go ahead and just go and look what he's got going on there. But there is a push-up video. It's a push-up video that I have never seen a push-up video. Like, that push-up video makes me want to do push-ups. That's all I'll say. Y'all. Okay? That's all I'll say. Yes, Patty. Yes. Yes. Big eyes on that one. And TG said, girl. And Crystal said, ah. Yeah, y'all. Go ahead and invest that $5. It will change your life. And then we can go ahead and talk about it next week. Because if I could show you, I would, but I can't show you. But how can I explain it? How can I explain it to you guys? How can I explain it? I'll explain it like this. Do you think this is a big microphone?
Thanks for using.
Someone needs to take this microphone away from me immediately, if not sooner, because I am a hot mess. Anywho, so Daonte and Nicolle, Daonte is like the Uber driver, driving her to her mom's house, and you guys don't distract me in the live chat. Don't distract me in the live chat. Getting dropped off at her mom's house. She feels like he's driving 45 miles an hour and that's too fast for her. Slow down, slow down. And Daonte, God bless his little pure soul, because he bought her more stuff. So it's not enough with the $1,000, the wine and the jewelry and the watches. Now he got her some lingerie and a bunch of other stuff, and says money is no object to him when it comes to her. And she's like, oh, that's great. Thank you so much. You can look at me, but you can't touch me. Y'all, we already showed you last week what Britney's working with. What Nicolle's working with. Nicolle is not messing around. Nicolle doesn't even play for the same team as him. So, like, why does he not know this? He's like blinded by love, and she is giving him red flag after red flag after red flag after red flag. I just, I don't know what to say. All I can say is that he's been taken for a ride, and it's his own. Listen, this dude, either he's super kind and naive, or he just doesn't know any better. I'm not quite sure. And he has to come on our show because I have questions. And you guys know I have all the questions. I have so many questions about this because I can see you're being taken for a ride. So this girl says, she has anxiety, so she doesn't need to be touched. She hasn't been touched in 4 years. And being out for 5 minutes is really giving her anxiety. So it's going to take time and all of this stuff. And she doesn't want to be touched all over. What? I know that, fool, you've been calling and sexting and texting all the stuff to him so that he can put money on your books. And I know for a fact that you asking for all the stuff that you needed when you got out, there were promises attached to that. And now you're saying, oh, now I'm out, but don't touch me because I have anxiety. Okay? Okay? Stop playing. Daonte thinks that this is the woman that he's spending the rest of his life with. This is a soulmate. He's going to do everything and anything for her. And I just feel like he's running amok and he's acting a fool, and I'm not here for it. And someone needs to slap him in the face so that he can get slapped back into reality, because this is some nonsense, like absolute nonsense. And someone already ran through you, took you for everything you're worth, and you didn't learn anything. Listen, you're going to have the same lessons until you learn what the lesson is and move past it. It's ridiculous, Daonte. Get your life together. So she tells him that as he's driving her, because he's the Uber driver, right? Like, listen, you gave me money, you gave me gifts. Peace out. I'm going to stay with I know I told you I was going to stay with you, but I think I'm just going to stay with my mom, just FYI. So I'm not going to stay at your house because, I have anxiety and I just feel like I want to stay with my mom because I haven't seen her in so long. And he's like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to take this first night as a loss, but at least I got to spend the rest of most of the day with you. No, fool, you just spent the car ride, and spending a car ride with this girl who didn't have a ride. And how would she have gotten to her mom's house had it not been for you? That isn't some special time. That's not quality time. You're her Uber driver. Get that in your mind. Okay. So here's the thing, you guys, that was like totally wild to me because, she talked about her whole car ride, how she had anxiety. She didn't want to be touched and she hadn't been touched in 4 years and it was too much for her and it was giving her anxiety. But as soon as she got out of the car, she ran to her mom, jumped on her mom, gave her mom big hug, big kiss, all that. So let me just get this straight. The person that has been funding you for the past 4 years or a year and a half, they said, okay, but I'm going to say 4 years because I don't believe it's been only a year and a half, funding you, bought you a bunch of gifts. The $1,000 that's in your bra is from him. The lingerie is from him. All the stuff is from him. The ride is from him. So let me get all this straight. That person you don't want to touch and you want to make sure he doesn't touch you. But mama, who you haven't even talked to in forever, and yeah, I get she's your mama, but it's okay for her to kiss on you and hug on you because it seems to me like something doesn't add up there. You know what I mean? Stevie says, I follow Daonte on Instagram. He's actually pretty cool and loves all the bloggers. Showed some receipts now with Nicolle. Yes. So I do have those receipts because I'm a week behind. I'm going to hold off to next week to show you the receipts with Daonte. You guys already know, we talked about it. We broke it here, that Nicolle married a woman. So we already know that this shit doesn't last, right? It doesn't last. He thinks they're going to get married, walking down the aisle, and the aisle is for someone else. It's not for him. It's a whole thing. We talked about it last week. If you didn't see it, make sure you go watch that last episode. But honestly, it is a hot mess. But Daonte is super cool. I've been in contact with him. I actually wanted to give you guys a surprise today, but we didn't get the go-ahead from the producer, so we're waiting. But we are going to have him on the show. We're going to have Rachel on the show as well. We're just waiting for the go-ahead because I have questions, and those questions need to be answered immediately, if not sooner. Hey, auntie. Hey, girl. Hey, lady. Just dropping by to say hello. Look forward to hearing from you soon. Hello to your subbies, too. I love auntie, y'all. Auntie's advice. Auntie. Hey, girl. Hey. We have to do a collab absolutely soon. I adore you. I adore your show. I adore what you're doing. So I'm definitely going to reach out to you and let's do a collaboration. And auntie, we're doing a block party. You're welcome to our block party. July 22nd, we're having a bunch of 90-dayers on here and a bunch of cookers here. So you guys, if you haven't heard, we're doing our 1 year, the Melanated Way block party. You have to come with the best dish that you can ever create. And I'll pick a couple of them and I'll showcase them. And we'll talk to some 90-dayers. So that's going to be super, super fun as well. And auntie, since you just stopped in, I must also serenade you with my new microphone. Hello, Auntie's Advice. So happy that you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Someone please come and take this microphone from me immediately.
Thanks for using.
Anyhow, Daonte thinks that Nicolle. So Jojo, it's going to be a virtual block party, so you're going to be able to come. I'm going to have all the peoples. We're going to all be on screen here. We're going to all celebrate together. It's going to be a virtual block party, so you'll be able to be there. Don't worry. So Daonte thinks that Nicolle's the best decision that he's made in his life. And, that gives me pause because if she's your best decision, then you need to make better decisions, my friend. Now, it kind of ends their segment with her showing that she's young. She doesn't play on the same team as Daonte, so she's talking to other people. And fools, y'all, she's talking to her girlfriend. Her girlfriend that she met in prison is the same girlfriend that I told you that she ended up marrying in real life. So when she said in that first episode that she joined this site to take men for their money, that's absolutely what she was doing with Daonte. And only Daonte doesn't know any better. Only Daonte thinks that this is the love of his life and the best decision that he's ever made. Listen, Daonte, you better go ahead and listen to your mama. Okay? Go ahead and listen to your mama, because this right here, outrageous. All right, Courtney and Josh. Listen, can I just tell you guys, Josh doesn't even like her. Okay? And I'm going to tell you why I feel that way. So they have their sexy time. It was amazing, they said. It was crazy. It was exotic. It was all these things. Yeah, if you were in prison for like 11 years, anything is going to be amazing, exotic. Okay? Anything. You put person A here and person B here, and boom, y'all are having sexy time. That's going to blow your mind after 11 years. Okay? Better than they both expected. Now they feel like they're both soulmates, or at least on Courtney's part. And then I've asked this question before, and I'm going to say it again, y'all, for y'all, all you meat eaters. This steak business, how do you like your steak, Josh? Oh, I like it well done. Oh, because you're used to prison food. I need to know how many of y'all eat your steak well done, because when you go to a restaurant and you order your steak well done, and the chef, not just the cook, the chef hears that, everyone from the chef all the way down is looking at you side eyes, because where's the flavor in that? Okay, where's the flavor in that? At the very least, it should be medium well. At the very least, if you can't handle a little bit of pink, to each their own. But well done, where you burn it and you're like cutting. Yes, and Raydella, like shoe leather, like you're cutting. You're doing everyone a disservice. You might as well just go ahead and have the salad and soup and keep it pushing, because that steak that you're paying $40, $50, $60 for a plus is going to waste, my friends. Anyways, Josh wants his steak well done. And I don't know what kind of steak it was. It was like half an inch thick, and it was in a frying pan. I don't know how y'all do your steaks. It's not like a steak that I've ever done, but to each their own. Apparently it was delicious. But he's used to well done steaks and some chips and pop and some ramen noodles and cookies. Well, you should have gone ahead and just bought a bunch of 99-cent ramen noodles, and he would have been happy, because this little bullshit well done half-inch steak that you fried in a pan was a mess as far as I'm concerned. Like, yes, Patty, those dogs even turned down that steak. Like, nah. Then they had this weird thing going on where he was thanking her for being his wife, and thank you for holding it down, and thank you for creating this empire. This bitch lost her job, her career, and now she's like some power washer for you. And now you want to show her your appreciation by maybe going into some landscaping, and then maybe saying that, if all goes well, I will always cherish her and I will always love her. To me, that sounds like someone that has their foot out the door. Do you know what I mean? Like, who says that? Like, I will always cherish you and I will always love you. Well, you're here right now. What are you even talking about? You will always. Because I think deep down, he knows that she ain't the one, but she's the one for right now. And he has to quarantine with her for 14 days. But when he goes to his cousin's house, bye, Courtney. Thanks for putting money on my books. I appreciate you. I will, quote, always cherish you and I will always love you. But since I've been in prison my whole life, there's a plenty of fish in this sea, and I'm about to tap in, my friend. Stupid. Crazy. So then she talks a little bit about how it was all worth it. It was all worth going to jail for 60 days and losing her career because her career is only a small part of her life, but love means everything for her. And she just wants to have someone that loves her and cherishes her and wants to be with her and realizes that her life matters. And I was like, bitch, you've been married a bunch of times. What am I missing? This is not your first rodeo. This is not your second rodeo. This is not your third rodeo. You're going on your fourth rodeo with this fool, and you lost your career over it, but yet this is the one that values you. Am I missing something? Right, Mrs. Leitman. It was worth going to jail? What is going on? Exactly. And then she talked about, her brokenness and some of the things that happened in her past and things that happened to her as a child. And that was very, very sad and touching. And I just, I tell you guys every time that I talk about relationships, you can't be broken and go into a relationship and think that the relationship's going to be whole. You need to fix whatever that brokenness is first, and then you'll have a whole relationship. But it seems to me in this situation that there's some stuff that she still needs to work out that she hasn't worked out at all. It's very sad, you guys. I'm very sad for her. She threw her whole life away, and now she's a felon. And that felony guaranteed is going to last longer than this marriage is going to last. Yes, Nia. A lot of people look for external validation instead of healing, and you guys already know what I tell you. No amount of external validation is going to be enough. If you don't love yourself and you're not healed from the inside, people can tell you anything till they're blue in the face. It's not going to be enough. Moving on to Stan and Lisa, you guys. Stan and Lisa, to me, Lisa. Let me just pop this up here real quick because let's just talk about it. So after I found out that Lisa's been in and out of jail for many, many years, and she's like a chameleon, y'all. This fool, I don't even know. Look at her January 2010, right? Then December 2010, May 2011, January 2013, July 2013, May 2014, then January 2016, April 2016, then May 2016, then December 2016. Oh, and then there might be a break, but I think that break is just because she was in prison. October 2017, May 2018, April 2020, another April 2020, and then November 2020, where it's her fresh new look. Now, remember, Stan met her on arrangement.com. So he didn't even meet her on the inmate site, on the prison.com site. He met her looking for a sugar baby. And when I say that this woman is a chameleon, I don't even know what to... Y'all, look at these photos. She looks different in each and every single one of them, and it progressively gets different. That's all I'll say. And this last November 2021, and I'm not there yet, you guys. It's the next episode when she pops out. But this episode, when he was waiting for her, so April and November 2020, when I say that she was really making sure that he understood that she doesn't look like the same fool that he met. Because, look at this photo. How is that the same girl as April and November 2020? How is that the same girl? And then there's this. Okay, so let's look at this, you guys. She went in as the person on the left, and she's coming out as the person on the right. And then she's trying to tell Stan that she got in a fight, and they pulled out her hair, but they so magically pulled out her hair that they were able to evenly buzz cut the sides, have a little few bangs in the front. Now, this was a conscious decision, my friends. You made this choice, and you made this choice because you were around women for the year or so that you were in prison and you wanted to be the stud. And so you made a conscious decision about what you were going to look like. Now you're playing stand for a fool. And I thought first watching this that this is her first time in prison. I can't believe it. 10 months is a long time. And now I find out that you're a career criminal. Not only you're a career criminal, you're friggin' married to 2 guys. You don't know if you're divorced. So you don't know what name to use because you don't know if it's your first husband or your second husband's name. And Stan thinks it's okay because Stan's like, we'll just go to a lawyer and figure it out. Meanwhile, Stan's friend is like, what? Who? Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure that this is your girl? Oh, yeah, no problem. She just doesn't remember if she got divorced. How do you not remember if you got divorced? How? Unless you're pulling a scam. And his friend said something that was very enlightening. I was like, you need to spend more time with that friend. He was like, well, how do you know that she's not still married and that they're running game on you? So they know that you have money. She's going to still stay with her spouse and run game and get your money. How do we know that that's not happening? Oh, no, that's never going to happen because she loves me and I love her. And, you're just being a sourpuss. Nah, fool. Stan, wake up, my friend. This is not your sugar baby. She's not. She's about to run you out of your 2.5 million. You're going to turn around and be like 2 point what? And not even have 2 pennies to rub together. That's how bad it's going to be. I'm just saying. Like hot mess express. So she's not sure if she's divorced. His friend thinks like it's a 100% a scam. I agree with the friend that this is 100. You are being scammed, Stan. But Stan doesn't care. He's drawn to her, and he feels like if there's no risk, there's no reward, and she's the reward. And he's booked a room close to the prison so that he can go pick her up immediately. And in the back seat, he's like strapped down with seatbelts, the 3 wigs that he bought her, which I personally think was a bait and switch because the wigs that I saw, y'all, they can't be. This wig right here, y'all. This wig right here, looking ramen noodle-ish, that can't be $1,300 that you paid 3 wigs for. That can't be. It can't be. So he brought her makeup, all the hair that's strapped in the back seat, and he's off. And he's waiting, and he's waiting, and he's waiting. She comes out, and that's kind of where it ends because he's not even sure if that's her because she looks so different. Mia says, those wigs weren't even human, bro. Exactly. Stan, you were taken for a ride, my friend. For one big fat ride. Okay, you guys. It is time. That was the episode. It is time. So last week, a lot of you were really concerned. A lot of you guys DM'd me. A lot of you guys said, don't do it. All of this stuff. It's just for entertainment. So I'm going to put that disclaimer out there right now. This is just for entertainment purposes only, you guys. It's not serious. No one's contacting anyone. I'm just trying to figure out who y'all would think would be a good match for me. Okay? That's it. So no need to message me and send me. I'm not trying to find my husband in prison, y'all. This is just for entertainment. Okay? So last week, we had Brandon. This week, this guy's name is Michael. Okay. So Michael's from Cuba. He's American, born and raised in Miami. He doesn't have any kids. And when he gets out, he wants to establish his credit while maintaining a steady job for income. He's currently writing a movie script, and he has big dreams that he wants to accomplish. He works out daily and he jogs daily. And he likes to be active and do anything that helps him reduce stress. And he wants to get to know people better. He wants to build a bridge of trust and understanding. He loves all women of all skin colors and ethnicities. Doesn't matter to him. He's willing to offer his friendship and he wishes to connect with someone who will add to his life rather than take away from it. And he is Hispanic. He is 40 years old. He's 5'8", 165 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. He's convicted of conspiracy of 5 kilos or more. His prison term is 18.5 years, and he was incarcerated or has been incarcerated since 2009, and he will be out in April of 2026. So that is the second potential match, you guys. Yes, people, please calm down. She wants me to have the shenanigans. Don't be hating. Miss Elite says, give it a couple of days and I'd say that Drake Bell is a better match or is a perfect match for you. Okay, so there's Brandon and there's Michael now, you guys. If you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments who you so far think is a better match for me. If you don't think either of the two so far are a better match, we're going to keep it pushing. There will be a new bachelor every week. But lo and behold, these are the first 2 bachelors that are going to be part of our game. That's the show, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Amanda says, yikes, what did he do? 20 years, it said? 18.5 years, Amanda. And he thinks that he might be out in 2024 for good behavior. So instead of 2026, 2024. What do you think? Thank you. Oh, wait, I didn't turn it on. Thank you so much for being here. I love y'all. Have a happy Taco Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow for the single life. Dun, dun, dun. Good night, y'all. Good night, y'all.